Shared holograms. The changes that come now are ones that you have set in motion some time ago, in this lifetime and in previous lifetimes, because you have wanted to know the holy self of you. So whenever changes come, welcome them and say, okay, as the beholder, I stand back and I watch to see how this plays out. Remark on that word, listen to that word, how this plays out. Not how this is going to trip me up, but how this plays out. It is a play within a play within a play. And you have made great dramas. You have lived through many, many dramas that separated ego said would extinguish you. And yet, here you are. You are making your realities, your holograms. You are making the illusion that seems real because you are creative. There is nothing wrong in making the holograms. They are not to be judged. You are proving to yourself that you are the creative one, so it is good as far as it goes. As you will contemplate what you want to have in your holograms, in your reality, you will be surprised, for answers will come. People will come as an answer perhaps to a question, and you will find that the pieces that you have thought to be far away and hard to find will come to you. You can trust that, because you are creating moment by moment the now moment, and each now moment is perfect in itself. Now, as we spoke about the individual hologram, the illusion of reality, lowercase r, we touched on the shared hologram where you feel that you are in somebody else's reality as well as your own, and they are in your reality as well. You have devised this most wonderful way of understanding the one, capital O, that you are, for you are the one expressing as the many. You have decreed that you want to see yourself from all aspects, and so you have created the tall ones, the short ones, the big ones, the small ones, the intelligent ones, seemingly by human standards, and the ones who are a bit more simple. You have fashioned a hologram that takes in all, and it seems to be a shared hologram. You invite ones to come into your hologram, into your reality, and you feel that they are sharing the hologram with you. Now, in truth, it is your reality, and they do not really exist as separate from you. In truth, it is your hologram, expanded. In truth, there is only one reality, and it is the divine holy essence experiencing and expressing as the many. It does not need to change how you want to make your hologram. Just understand that as absolute truth, there is only one, and the rest, as they are seemingly individual, do not exist as separate from you. This is something that I discussed with my masters and teachers. It is a way of understanding that the hologram that you make does not, in truth, have boundaries to it, does not have limitation. It allows you to move beyond human mind into mind, which is what I allowed myself to do, to know the truth of my being, which is the truth of your being, because we are one. The great I Am, which is you, is creating a reality that seems to be populated by many individualities. And as I have said, you do this for the purpose of knowing the aspects of yourself. You want to know, how would it feel to have long hair, short hair? How would it feel to have many golden coins? Oh, I like that one. How would it feel to be a happy one who knows that he or she is always taken care of, doesn't have to worry about anything? How would it feel to know that I am the one who is always going to be living in love and in appreciation, and in the divine knowingness of the essence that goes beyond human knowing? It can take you into a very exalted state. It can take you to a place where you see the drama of the world, and you see the interaction of brothers and sisters, and allows you to go even farther beyond that, to acknowledge the drama, yes, to take part in it if you want to. And allows you to know that this is not all that you are. Your hologram, your individual hologram, is not all that you are. Thank goodness, You are the one expressing as the many aspects of what humans can be, how they can react with each other, how they can love each other, how they can be hurtful to each other, and how they can heal all relationship. You are very powerful. So when you sit with the idea and you realize, I am much more than I ever knew myself to be, there is great freedom, great power to know yourself, capital S, to move beyond the human perceptions. What if you had the belief that you were as the great whales or dolphins and you could swim in that water? And you could allow yourself to rise up out of the water and walk with your tail on the water and then flip over and back into the water as you have seen the various aquatic animals do. Where would be the fear of walking on water? It would be an unknown thing. There would be no fear. What if you knew that you could make yourself appear and disappear according to your wish? Actually, you do this already, but again, you do it in process which seems to take some time. But already you do this because you appear somewhere and you interact with people, and then you leave and you have disappeared. It is just a matter of perception and the belief in time. If you want to do it more quickly than that, all you have to do is change your belief about what you can do and how you can do it. So if you want to make changes, and this is a good time for changes, start. Do not wait for me to do it for you. I cannot. Do not wait for someone else to give you permission, because truly, no one else can give you permission. You have to decide what you want to do, and then you do it. You do make preparation. You think it through because it makes it a little easier if you have a clue, at least a beginning clue. But you start. You do not have to wait. If you truly desire something now, that is a big if. You will contemplate what I am saying to the place where you understand that if you truly desire something, you will manifest it. Many of you have intuitive sight. In other words, you can look to the future, and you get impatient. You say to me, Jeshua, I want it right now. Well, you can have it right now, but perhaps you'll have to readjust some of your perspective and allow space for process, as there is yet belief in time, and know that it is a process. Separated ego is not always comfortable when you want to make changes. Separated ego will say, well, I want to hold on to a few things yet before I make this big leap. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is no judgment. There is no big referee that says to you, should be doing it right now. It is up to you and yourself, capital S. That is why I have suggested you ask self, self, what do we want to be doing? Where do we want to manifest our light? How do we see the next now moment or the next now decade? Ask yourself, what would bring me joy? That is the true purpose of life. Once have asked, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to be in love with life. Oh, well, that's a bit too simple. To be in love with life, to be happy with where I am and the friends that I have and what I'm doing. Well, separated ego tells me that I should be painting the house, making a few changes to the body, or whatever. But that is separated ego, and it is always going to come up with ways to improve yourself. You are perfect as you are. You need not try to make yourself more perfect. It is truly impossible. You are already perfect. It would behoove you to accept it and to know, I of myself right now am perfect. I am okay. I can move forward. I can do that which I want to do with ease right now. That brings a sense of power, divine power to you that tells separated ego that you honor it for the help that it has given you in times when you felt it was necessary. But in truth, you do not need it any longer. All of those fears that you have through the years, what have you brought besides stress, worrying about things, and some sleepless nights? Okay, you have been there, done that. You can check that one off the list. Been there, done that. If you have things you want to do while you are still moving about in physicality, get on with it. Do what you want to do. If it is to jump from the big bird to feel and remember how it feels to fly, how gravity seemingly has power to bring you back to earth, again, do it. If you want to walk on water, start with a puddle or some ice cubes. If you want to demonstrate happiness, smile. That is all you have to do. Separated ego will say, well, you have to do X, Y, and Z first in order to be happy. Actually, no. All you have to do is smile, and that sends a message throughout the body, and all of the cells respond and know that you are happy because you are smiling. Or you get in what is called a silly mood, and you laugh about something, and it becomes contagious, and someone near you sees you laughing, and they do not know what you're laughing at, but it must be funny, and so they catch on and they start laughing. Pretty soon someone else down the line starts laughing, and they do not know what they are laughing at, but everyone else is laughing, and it is contagious. Have you ever been there? Of course you have. It does feel good, and it does a body good. All the cells get a little bit shaken up into a good place, especially with a good belly laugh, and they get a good feel of expansiveness. That is why I speak with you, to see the light that you are, and to allow every cell in the body to come alive in that light. Allow them to know that you are free, that truly anything you want to manifest, you can manifest. You do not have to wait for my permission. I give it to you. Okay? Permission granted. Now I have taken care of that. You do not have to wait for the golden coins. Oh, that doesn't make sense, Jeshua. I have to have the golden coins, otherwise how can I proceed? Well, you start by seeing the process going forward. Perhaps you do not have to have the golden coins. Perhaps you can do it with the plastic, the credit cards. Know you that your plastic is a miracle. Know you how much power you give the plastic. You believe that it is value. It comes down to belief. There are actually no golden coins. There is that piece of plastic. There's no tangible gold or silver that you can build something with, but there is trust. There is belief. You use the plastic all of the time because there is belief that it is much easier than lugging around heavy suitcases full of golden coins. But that is what the piece of plastic stands for. And because there is a belief in its worth, it is acknowledged to have value. It is supported by belief, the same with your paper. You are powerful. I keep telling you this so that finally sometime you are going to wake up in the morning and say, Self, what do we want to do today? Because you know, Self, we can do anything we put our mind to. Anything we believe we can do, and we can do it easily. It doesn't have to be difficult. That is a big one because it is possible. Otherwise, you would not be reading these words. The message that I give to you, I call forth from the one mind that you are. Oftentimes you will say afterwards, how did he know what I was thinking? How did he answer my question before I even asked it? How could I not when there is only one of us? I love that which you are. I know that which you are. I see the changes that you are making and will continue to make. I see how you are going to enjoy this year. You are going to look back on this year and you are going to say, wow, I didn't know that I could do so much, and it will seem like a miracle. And truly, the awakening is a miracle. You deserve the awakening. You have been asking it for a long, long time. You have been putting it in process. You have decreed that there is going to be an awakening. I'm going to awaken to my power, my divine power. I'm going to awaken to the place where I know I am the Christ, the divine self going forward. I'm going to look at the drama of the world. I'm going to be aware of it. And I'm going to send my love to the place that seems to need it. When one asks me to keep them in mind in my holy vision, I will do that because I know that they are whole. You are going to awaken in this year. Hear that well. There is a light that shines brightly. It is a hope that is going to be fulfilled. There is a light that you have been living for a long time, and it is going to come in its brilliance in the hologram that is shared by many aspects of yourself. And when that day comes, which is not afar off, remember the one of us and rejoice. So be it.